It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Huskies field-stretching tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Huskies and the Desperados, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 20-yard pickup there. That's enough for a first down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. And that will be a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. That one intercepted. And the Huskies are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
You know, what's funny about the NFL, Mike, is you expect to come out and have your A game each and every week. And certainly that's ideal, but can you win when you don't have your best stuff? And I think that's what we saw from this quarterback last week. The best thing he did was just continue to battle, continue to make just enough plays, even though he had some struggles. The biggest thing is that he continues to improve. What a confidence boost for this entire team, knowing that even if their quarterback doesn't have his best stuff, they can still play winning football.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to be very close to a first down. It's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the first down, and it sets up 4th down.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Desperados offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he's taken down up past the 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. 14 on the pickup. That's enough for a first down. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there. The sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Desperados out and ready to punt it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Huskies offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Desperados offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's their punter now. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Huskies offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain of 16 yards, and that will be a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now Now they'll set up the screen. It's Pittman out there wide. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Desperados offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw again. Quickly to the outside and complete.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the air one more time. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll throw out of the gun, going for it all. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Desperados. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give. Oh, he coughs up the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Looking middle of the field, it's complete.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Motion man is the tight end going right. Back to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation I think is a huge win. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Huskies offense. And their running back set to go once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, it hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
The Desperados offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Now he takes off. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got it at the 3. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Huskies offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. This one complete right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. And Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we have reached halftime. These two teams separated by a touchdown. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in Houston, where you see the final score there. 31-28, the final score.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10. Can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet it just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at other...
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
The Huskies ready to punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. From the 39, here's a first and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball, He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Desperados add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Finding room at midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. In motion comes Pittman. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Huskies are able to get it back within a score. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. A very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
Putting the tight end in motion. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Desperados out and ready to punt. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Now a give on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 2nd down, they'll run. And once again, they try the same run. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So, the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Huskies will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
To the right side here, pass is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5.
Moving the tight end right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with... This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Up the middle they go. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Blown back in the backfield. They'll get the carry here. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Back to the air once more on second down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. He'll look to throw. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
It's a game of 6. 1st down, Huskies.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll swing this. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It is picked up by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Back to the air one more time. Now he'll run. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 3rd down, 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Good running on display there. Taking it to the 5. But now it is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. They don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and through. And the Huskies go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. They bring the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had all sorts of ball control problems in this one. Let's take you back through the moments. Nothing gets you in a coach's doghouse or next to the coach faster than fumbling the football. He's done it multiple times. Very big hole for his team to dig out of. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. This throw right side pulled in by Pittman. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The Huskies readying to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Desperados offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
The second down throw is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
On fourth down, out comes the punter. He'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Huskies offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. We'll try the right side this time, and that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
They'll stay on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll drop to throw. He'll look deep for Pittman. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. They're all set to punt this one away, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Desperados offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Now, a big 3rd down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down. This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. And that ball incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.